All right. Here's hoping this works. Please be stable today, Starlink. We'll find out if it is or not. In fact, I'm just going to double check, make sure Wi-Fi is turned off. Welcome back to Tailosive Tech live on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a special day, more so than a typical live stream, because in my opinion, we have here the most exciting iPhone of 2021 and the most exciting iPad of 2021 together. And I changed my mind. I know I was going back and forth beforehand. Wasn't sure if I wanted to do an edited video or an unboxing. You know what I realized? They still have the plastic wrap on the Mini. They don't have the iPhone, which means there's substantially less steps. So I figured, you know what? These live streams have been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying them. I know you guys have too. So I just figured, let's unbox them both. Let's make this an action-packed live stream because that's the way I would want it as a viewer. Sorry if you don't like it that way, but I'm just trying to make the content I want to see. But yeah, look at this size difference, guy. Look at this size difference between 12 mini and 13 Pro Max. Like, holy crap. Now, full disclosure, I did pick these up from the Apple Store this morning. Haven't done that in a couple years, last year because of the pandemic, and also I was away from home. But I realized that this is just so much faster than having to wait around for a package all day. We vlogged the experience, me and my good friend Ross. I'll be unboxing these shortly. I'm just giving everybody a chance to join the stream. And also vote in the poll. I don't know which one to unbox first, so I'm going to let you guys decide. But we both went to the Apple Store this morning, and we vlogged it, and that'll be up on Tailosive Talks later in the week, so I'll edit that together. I did get to check out all the 13s, so even though today I am only unboxing the 13 Pro Max, I did look at the new red, Sierra Blue. I looked at all the color options. I got my impressions, and I did briefly, just for a moment, not very long, I briefly picked up a Pro Max and saw the refresh rate, and my eyes were instantly melted. So I was like, okay, don't look anymore. I want to save the rest of my opinion for the official unboxing. We've had 300 people vote so far. 13 Pro Max seems to be in the lead at 63%. I think people want me to unbox this first. Jason got his this morning. Is that graphite? Yes, it is. Still waiting for UPS and FedEx. I know how you feel. That was me last year. It took forever. Let's see. The 13 Pro just got delivered. Setting it up now. The increase in size of the camera bump is quite noticeable. Yes, it is. I checked out the regular 13 Pro as well, and I agree. That camera bump is quite noticeably larger. It's insane. I'm glad they redesigned the Mini. It looks great. I agree. The Mini, like, oh my God, I can't wait to unbox this and try it out. I've got the Apple Pencil 2 ready, primed and prepared. It's charged up. So how long should I wait here? We're 3 minutes in. 13 Pro Max seems to be in the lead. And I got to admit, I'm probably most excited about this because I know for a fact I'm keeping it. iPad Mini, not so sure. I got it in the Starlight color. This is the 64 gig tier. Oh, hey, Alpha, he says, time to bring promotion to the Mac. Dude, after briefly just seeing Pro Max with 120 hertz for just a split second, my brain exploded. Holy crap. This is the 256 gig 13 Pro Max because, of course, the ProRes feature is super duper compelling to me. Even though it's not out yet, I really, really want to try it. So I wanted to make sure I could get ProRes at 4K. So that's literally the only reason I went with 256 gig. If this was any other year, if I could get 4K at ProRes on a smaller storage, I probably still would have got 128. Hit it, dude. Okay. Thank you for graphite. Hold close to camera. Hold close to camera and get them deets. Okay, I'll hold it close to the webcam, and then we have our B cam here for those just joining. The Apple employee who brought this to me was actually highlighting the fact that it did not use plastic wrap, but simultaneously he was handing me the iPad mini box, which still has plastic wrap on it. So I'm like, Apple, hey, if you're so proud of removing the plastic wrap, why don't we just get rid of that on all products? Why just the iPhones? I don't know. But basically, they have these two little pull tabs on the back that are paper, which I don't mind at all. It still looks fairly slick, you know, fairly basic as far as packaging goes, but I'm going to rip the tabs off here. Here we go. All right. They're pretty quiet. They don't make much of a noise, but those pull tabs were actually leaked before the phone came out, okay? Okay, here it is. I don't know if I want to lift this up a tad higher. All right, first look first look, for me at least, at my new phone for the next year. Best iPhone instantly because it has 120 hertz. Whoa. I'm sorry. I was caught off guard. I was, for some reason, expecting the display to be upright, but man, that looks glorious. Oh, it looks so beautiful. I can't wait. I can't wait to set this up. Okay. There's that massive camera bump on the back. Honestly, doesn't look that big when you have a massive phone like the like the 13 Pro Max. But that camera bump, trust me, that camera bump on the 13 Pro is insanity. Oh my God. Okay. Obviously, we have some garbage in the rest of the case that we don't care about. Oh, hey, Brett. Thank you for becoming a supporter. Appreciate that. Thank you. Ooh. So get a good look at this, ladies and gentlemen, because it's going to be riddled with fingerprints very, very quickly. So here's my current phone, 12 mini. And here's the 13 Pro Max. Like, it doesn't even fit in the frame. It barely does. This is going to be a night and day difference. Oh, my God. Your phone was opened, bro? Really? It's hard to tell. I didn't see any fingerprints on this. We've got the paper screen on the front. All right. Very, very shiny indeed. That camera bump is just stupid. I don't really care much about the size of the bump as long as the camera's good. Man, those lenses are gigantic. Holy crap. Okay. Peeling the plastic off now. I'll get the mic nice and close for you. Don't know if you could hear it. It was pretty quiet, but whoa, there is that massive display. Holy crap. Oh, it looks so beautiful. Okay, bring the mic back to me. Wow, look, it's like the steel chassis is still, you know, unified, but they just got that earpiece moved up right next to the metal, which I remember suggesting a long while back. Wow. This is heavy. Dang. That's got a great bit of weight to it. Holy cow. I wouldn't say it's overbearing. I wouldn't say it's terrible. It's just, you know, when you're used to an aluminum small phone all year, and now you're going to this gigantic Pro Max of a phone, like, dang. That is heavy. We're going to get to the Mini 6. I had to honor the results of the poll. The poll is still 13 Pro Max is in the lead. So that's what we're leading with. Obviously, normal packaging, SIM eject tool and all that. All right. Wow. Okay. I just want to boot this up here. Okay. Holding power. Logo. Here it is. Oh my God. It's so shiny. I can't get over it. It's like a straight up mirror on the edges. I still wish I could get the matte finish. Hello. Oh, it's so buttery. Okay, I need to capture my reaction for this. I'm going to swipe up so you guys can see both. Here we go. Oh. Oh my God, it's so smooth. Oh my God, the latency. Oh. It's so buttery. Oh my God, how did I live without this? Ooh, I could do this all day. I'm not even going to set it up. I'm just going to do this back and forth. It's so dang smooth. Oh my God. I'm ruining this display with my fingerprints, but dang. Look how big the ears are now on this notch. Look at, I mean, the display is huge. Simultaneously, the notch is much smaller. So it results in like a ton more display area that will be used for nothing, unfortunately. I did not get the 1 terabyte version because I record my tech videos at ProRes, which is not yet on this phone, but it's coming later. And the CFast cards that I record with, 256. I've recorded lots and lots of tech videos at ProRes at a high resolution, and I have not run out of storage for a single video on a single card, so I know that the OS and stuff will be on there. So 256 was plenty for me. Only reason I opted for that was literally just because of the 4K at ProRes option. That was somewhat important to me. Brett says 13 Pro Max, 9 hours of battery life, even with ProMotion. Really? 9 hours, even with the screen on? Jeez. Sorry, I don't know why I said screen on. I love the big screen. iTech says he got his a couple hours ago. The blue looks so much better in person. It kind of reaffirmed my concerns. I'm glad you guys like Sierra Blue, but I checked it out at the store and I wasn't in love with it. Oh, hey, Super Chat from Alpha. I want Sierra Blue Pro Max, but 16-inch MacBook Pro first. It's coming. Dude, I can't even get past the boot screen because I'm so mesmerized by this 120 hertz. Ugh. I knew it would be a noticeable change, but oh my god, it looks so good. Oh, it's so beautiful. Do I even have to do anything else with this phone? Oh yeah, it has some camera improvements, right? Like, oh my god. It looks so glorious. Okay, I guess I should start the setup process. I don't want to dox myself, so I'm just going to do it from this angle, but once I get this all set up, I gotta hover this phone over the other. There you go. It's gonna transfer a bunch of stuff over to my 13. Enter the passcode real quick. 1234. There. Now nobody knows because I whispered. Will you do a first day video? Yes, probably tomorrow, since that'll be 24 hours. They're saying right at 10 hours. Well, I know it depends a lot on how you use your phone and that kind of thing. You're going caseless with this, right? Oh yeah, heck yeah, no case for me. I'm taking good care. You know, I'm not a fan of the glossy chassis. That's what I'm being reminded of right now, as I'm finally trying a 13 Pro Max. But what I did miss was the matte glass. This feels so soft. This feels so nice, and I was so sick of the glossy finish on the back of my 12 mini. It's so much nicer to not have to think about that. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna set up Face ID. Don't know if it'll be a more flattering angle to do it from here. Let's see. There you go. Ooh, wow. I don't know if just the viewfinder is much better, but like the camera quality looks incredible. Oh, it's so beautiful. Reposition. Oh, did it not like the way I did it? I'm not supposed to. Okay. Oh, I can see it every time the screen does anything. I notice the refresh rate and I'm like, oh my god, it looks so buttery. This is the peanut butter phone. Peanut butter phone is amazing. Rocks Texas, what's up? Glossy's better. I disagree. I'd rather have no fingerprints versus fingerprints. My phone has maybe 5 hours of battery. Yeah, my 12 mini was not great, but download from iCloud. Ooh, every time I press anything. I'm sorry. I know I'm probably repeating myself a lot during this, but I can't help myself. I don't know how. I wish you guys could see it. I know it's impossible for me to convey 120 hertz to you via a live broadcast, but the difference, for those wondering if it would make a noticeable difference. Oh, hey, Abdul Kadir. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Thank you for becoming a supporter. Appreciate that. That only costs $2 a month. First link in the description. Get access to upcoming videos. Helps me out. Exclusive Discord channel access, custom emojis, all that jazz. Anyway, setting up the Apple ID. We've got a super chat from iTech. Mr. Who's the Boss showed it's about 10 hours of constant use, including 4K at 60 video at 75% brightness, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. I'm sure it's got to be much, much better than the 13 Pro Max. So I do have a iCloud backup, making it my own. I'm going to do the setup here. And there's probably going to be a long stretch where... Does it let me select that? Or is it just... I don't know. Oh, I see. It's telling me what it's going to do. Ooh, okay. I'm glad I'm not showing the screen right now. It has all my Apple Pay information. Oh, my God. Okay, so looking at the notch in its current state with the... don't want to reveal anything here. With the icons at the top, Apple totally could put the battery percentage back if they felt like it. But that's the problem. They don't feel like it. That's the bigger issue. Okay, card added. Data transfer from my 11 Pro Max to my 13 Pro Max is 1.5 hours. Wow. Jeez. No, we have not unboxed the iPad mini yet. We're going to do that once the iCloud backup process starts, because I know that's going to take a little while. Ooh, okay. Don't look at that info. I'm going to fill that in now. Make sure Apple Pay is all set. Don't transfer from your old iPhone unless you want to wait. I'm not transferring from my old iPhone. I'm doing iCloud backup. Okay, it's gonna ask me for 3-digit zip. Don't you be looking. It's none of your business. Oh my god, this screen. I knew it would be noticeable. I just didn't expect it to be this noticeable. I don't know if that's possible. You guys know how much of my videos I've been ranting about 120 hertz and how important it is to me. Like, somehow my expectations were incredibly high and I was so hyped for it. And now that it's here, I'm still blown away. Like, I knew it was coming. Of course, we knew about it exactly as Apple announced it, and we knew it was, it was in the leak, so I was kind of expecting it to happen this year. But now that it's finally here, I want to cry. Seriously, it's so gorgeous. All right, it's restoring from iCloud now, so it's going to be a little while before I set it up as a new device, and we can play around with some of the camera settings and all that jazz. So I think now would be the perfect time to break into the next star of the show. The best iPad of the year. Oh, this is upside down. The best iPad of the year. iPad Mini 6, ladies and gentlemen. It is time. I've been asking for it forever. I've really wanted Apple to finally bring the Pro design and USB-C and all, no home button and everything to the smaller form factor. And it's finally came. Although it does have plastic that we have to deal with. So let me get this all peeled off and throw it directly into a landfill. Can you tell the difference is buttery smooth? Yes, dude. Like, I knew it would be noticeable. I just wasn't expecting it to be this noticeable. Like, holy cow. Night and day difference for me, at least. More noticeable than iPad Pro 120 hertz? Maybe. It might just be because I'm used to my iPad Pro being 120 hertz. So the fact that I've always had 60 hertz on my phone, and now I don't. It's becoming super duper noticeable. Let me catch up with the chat here. Alpha says he likes the old notch better. I don't. I like the new one. Alvin says happy to be a member. Oh, thank you. Jamiro says me just sitting here waiting for the UPS guy to show up. Yeah, I'm not transferring from my old phone. My iPad Mini came in, and I'm excited about that. Says Michael Lazito. Time for YouTube to update to 120 FPS. That would be fun. I would love to record at 120. Currently watching your unboxing while waiting in line to pick up my 13 mini. Hey, Marngel's at the Apple Store. Someone in my Discord was actually at the same Apple Store as me, and they pinged me, and they said, I just missed you. I would love to, I'm not going to have giant fan meetups, but if you recognize me in public, feel free to say hello. I love saying hi and taking pictures. Oh, we got Ben Geskin in the chat as well. Graphite is gorgeous. It is, I checked out Sierra Blue and I wasn't a big fan. It's too grayish. It was too silvery. But you'll see all that in my vlog later. Okay. For some reason, I notice higher refresh rate on smaller displays, much easier. Maybe that's it. But yeah, I do definitely notice it for some reason. Imagine having 60 hertz on an iPhone. I know, dude. It looks so clean. Okay, time for iPad Mini, guys. 13 Pro Max is in the process of updating right now. Let's see this bad boy. It's funny how similar these packages are, right? Like, I bought the biggest iPhone and like the smallest iPad, and look at that. They're pretty close in size. I mean, obviously the iPad's wider, but anyway, it's time. I want to play with this thing. I want to see the smallest, bestest iPad ever. Okay, the box is really like attached here. Here it comes. This is the Starlight iPad Mini, by the way. Here it comes. Ooh, it's got that like matte plastic finish on the front. Where do I put this garbage? Put it somewhere off camera so it doesn't impede on the experience of unboxing. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God, it's so freaking light. Holy crap. Dude, is this an iPad? Or is this a phone? What am I looking at? Look at that little camera. Oh my God. I guess it's the same size as my 2018. I have the iPad Pro 12.9 inch right off camera, so we can do some comparisons as well. Oh, wow. Okay, let me peel some plastic here. Ooh, Starlight. Okay. Starlight's interesting. This is a weird... On camera, I'm looking at the OBS preview right now, and the color is not accurate to what it looks like in real life. On camera, it almost looks a little yellow. But in reality, I would say it looks more pink. Ooh. Oh, wow. Oh, it's beautiful. Dude, look at this little... It's so cute. Oh my god, it's so little. Look at that. It's Type-C. It's got the speakers on both ends. Sorry for the lag. I see it. Starlink will correct itself. Just give it a second. Oh my god. This is adorable. I love this form factor. Oh my god. This is totally pocketable. Not gonna even lie. Here, let's switch. Sorry, I see the lag. It'll fix itself. Just give it a second. Okay. Look how easy that is. Like, I'm not even stretching my hand. That's just, like, perfectly comfortable. It's so adorable. Oh, it's so cute. I haven't even booted it on yet, but I feel like when I boot it on, I'm just going to be disappointed. So the volume buttons are up here. This makes sense. I can't believe that, like, not even 2 weeks ago, we weren't sure if the iPad mini design was finalized and that kind of thing. And here we are. It's in my hands. Yeah, time for a bend test, right? Look at this size comparison. Dude. The bezels are... yeah, just about the same. Oh, they're magnetically attached to each other. That was weird. I hope I'm not breaking it. They're, like, snapping to the side here. That's weird. It's like a bit of a magnetic pull. Oh my god, I love this. Yeah, definitely not women's pockets. I mean, the 13 Pro Max would not fit in a woman's pocket. Let me see. Let me do the pocket test. I don't know. My shorts have somewhat big pockets. Oh yeah, it passed. Yes, it's pocketable. iPhone challenge. iPad. Totally fits in the shorts. A little bulky, but it works. Check that out. New iPhone. Screw the 13 Pro Max, right? I got the best iPhone right here. It straight up fits in my pocket. That's beautiful. Okay, I gotta boot this up. I gotta boot this bad boy up. Oh, it boots in, look at this. Boots in landscape. I just hit the power button for the first time and it's sideways. That's interesting. Let's see. The mini looks like how the 6 Plus looked to me when it came out. Hello. There it is. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to swipe up. Oh my god, this display is so cute. I can't get over it. This is too adorable. Oh, cuteness overload. Oh my god. Okay. Walk through the setup process. Let's see if I can do a quick start here. Don't want to dox myself, so give me a sec. Maybe I can do it with my phone, actually. That has cellular. Oh, yeah. Set up new iPad. Here we go. 120 hertz is more noticeable on smaller screens, according to Halami. Every time I saw it on Android, I was like, how could you not see the difference? But on iPad, I could kind of see how it's not as different. Interesting. I've never heard that theory before because there's a lot of people with big screen gaming monitors that appreciate the higher refresh rate. And I notice it myself, but dude, it's so easy to type on this. It's so little. I could probably do it with just my thumb. Okay, it's in the setup process now. I'm totally going to edit a video on this. I'm sorry. I have to. The fact that this is a A15 Bionic chip in a display so small, and it technically is pocketable, right? We can't get beyond. We can't lose that. You can't fight me on this. Ooh, it's asking me to set up Touch ID. I've actually, fun fact, I never reviewed the iPad Air 4. I've never set up Touch ID through the power button before. I should try this. You guys get a live experience here. Sorry for the window reflection. Okay, maybe I should back this camera up a little bit. Sorry. I'm going to make sure it's in focus. There we go. Okay. Could try it this way so you guys can see. All right, placing the finger. Not sure how this works, actually. Does it unlock instantly when you rest your finger there, or do you have to press it or something? Gotta get a good read. Like to have a phone almost that size. Dude, get a cellular iPad mini. Capture all of your fingerprint. Oh, okay. Picky. Oh, Alpha Super Chatted. I'll buy your iPad Pro so you can keep the mini. I don't know about that. Depends on how much I love this form factor versus if I'm willing to give up ProMotion. Fingerprint added. Done. All right. Hit continue. Dude, this is so nice. Add another fingerprint. No, thanks. I don't need 2 fingerprints. Oh my God, this is so light. Is it lighter than the frickin'... Dude, these are pretty similar in weight, not gonna lie. This is thinner and it's using aluminum and there's not as much glass. This is using a lot of glass. Oh, that was quick. Restore completed. Continue. Agree. I hit agree. Are we going to share audio recordings? Sure, privacy's dead anyway. I'm in, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Beautiful. Okay, I got to finish setting up the mini as well. Display's definitely not as bright, at least during the setup process. Okay. Dude, I like how little the speaker grill is. Oh, and this has center stage. I can do a live stream with center stage. Hey, Viper's here, I think. Oh, I'm getting notified on all my Apple devices. New device registered. Hyman says around 240 grams versus 300 grams in weight. Okay, so it is still technically heavier, but I think it's because the weight is... Oh, pair new watch with iPhone. My Series 6 is wigging out on me. I'll say, okay, yes. Man, it's really vibrating a lot. It's like, hey, do you want me to switch? Jeez. Okay, calm down. All right. Make this your new iPad. You know, I don't think I need to download all that crap. I think I'll just... Oh, wait. I hit continue. All right. I'm sorry. I can't get over how beautiful... Such a little iPad. Oh, my God. It has flash. Just like my Pro. You know, honestly, after looking at my 13... Oh, hey, Cole Crawford. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Appreciate that. I don't need another fingerprint. Good luck trying to unlock it with one finger. Yeah, thank you. I'll take that. After holding up the 13 Pro Max and trying out 120 hertz now, I'm sorry. I looked at it again. I just had the entire experience all over again because I went from 60 hertz screen to 120 hertz screen, and it's like so buttery. Holy crap. Wants me to enter in some private info, which thankfully is off camera. Mini caps out at 500 nits. iPhone Pro is 1,000. That is showing. Yeah, I can tell. The mini is definitely not as bright. But this looks beautiful. The camera app. Oh my God, what am I doing? I can open camera. Photographic styles. Screw that. I don't care. Owen Henderson super chatted, but he didn't say anything. Thank you. Okay, I got to try cinematic mode. Ooh, okay, I'm already seeing some of the bokeh. It works on the front-facing camera, too. I want to do a quick vlog, and then I'll show it to you guys. All right. 1080 at 30, but this is my first official vlog with cinematic mode. This is how it looks. This is the masking. How well does portrait mode video now work through the iPhone? I think, just from the viewfinder so far, this looks pretty impressive. Unfortunately, though, it's 30 frames a second. All right. 23-second recording. I'll hold it up to you guys so you can see. I'll be honest, I'm fairly impressed. First impressions with cinematic mode. It's not a good way to show you, huh? Sorry, it's going to be really compressed as I hold it up to the webcam. It's kind of out of focus. But basically, when there's one person in the frame, it's doing a great job focusing on me. Obviously, the resolution is not as high because it's 1080p, but... Sorry, when did Eli become a member? Did the animation pop up for that yet? Thank you, Eli, for supporting the channel. Cole says he's still waiting for the 13 Pro Max. Out for delivery as we speak. Nice. Nice. Congrats. Dude, the dynamic range is really impressive too. It's funny that you can do cinematic mode in portrait like someone would want. Dude, this is cool. I'm digging cinematic mode. Ooh, HD 4K at 60 looks amazing too. I messed around with an iPhone 13 at the Apple Store, and I tried out cinematic mode when there were a bunch of people behind it, and it did kind of have a hard time focusing. It focused on my friend Ross, who was right in front of me, and then when there were a bunch of people behind him, it kind of didn't know where to direct the focus. But in the first demo I just recorded right now, it did a great job. It was not like searching very much. Which is important for me, at least, because I plan on doing a lot of videos where I just talk directly to cinematic mode, and I'm pretty much the only person on camera. So that's awesome. AirDrop to your Mac and show it that way. I guess I could do that. It's going to be kind of hard to show up in OBS, but let me try. AirDrop is beautiful, so might as well take advantage of it. And check out the iPad mini as I'm toying around. Oh, let's see how this works. Let me switch back to OBS here. So iPad, Touch ID, rest to open. So I didn't have to click or anything. I just rest my finger there and it opens. Sure. Share all my audio recordings. Oh, iMac got the video file. Let's see. Mr. Hong. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Mr. Yap, thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Appreciate that. Okay, the iPad is, I guess, restoring from an iCloud backup. I don't remember asking it to do that, but I guess it is. Let's see if I can add a media source. Oh, I guess I can just do display capture, huh? That's easier too. David McPeak also just became a YouTube member. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. That's awesome. I haven't even listened to the speakers on the 13 yet, so I don't... Oh, there's the delayed animation. Hong, thank you. I was wondering where that was showing up. Sometimes Streamlabs is a tad delayed. Okay, display capture. Here it is. Now you guys can see my first ever cinematic mode video recording and see how it looks. It probably won't capture the audio, so you're not going to hear it, but you'll see it. All right, 1080 at 30, but this is my first. Whoa, dude, that looks pretty dang good. Wow. Whoa. Joey covered it up. Thank you, Joey, for becoming a member. At least in that first impression of just vlogging with this is the front-facing camera, by the way. That's not even the rear. I bet the rear-facing looks even better. This is a weird frame to pause on. Thank you, AirDrop, for being a thing. It's so cool that I can just record that video and throw it up on screen for you there. I'm sure the live stream is compressing it a little bit, so you're not getting the full detail that it actually captured, but it looks great. I know that cinematic mode does not work as well in low-light environments, but my first impressions are pretty positive. I feel like for people filming stuff for the cinematic scenarios, you typically have lights available. You know, you're not trying to do low-light cinematic. People are saying, better than I expected, good. 13 is waiting at home. I'm getting all these pop-ups on my Apple devices right now. They're like, hey, oh, the iPad booted up. Let's see, rest to open. Ooh. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it happened. I was just going through the basic setup process of the iPad mini 6. Let me see if I can switch that here. And the literal moment it was ready to boot up and it jumped to the home screen here, I noticed 60 hertz instantly. Like, it's so... Oh, man. It really is a night and day difference. That's a shame because this is a beautiful form factor, and I love Center Stage, and I love that they brought that to the iPad now. Let me open this up. Ultra wide. Oh wait, 2x. Why is there? They have a 1x button, even though there's a single lens. There's a 1x button on the rear-facing camera, and when you hit the 1x, it goes to 2x. That's a complete digital zoom, but they have a button for it. That's kind of weird. But anyway, when you're on the front-facing camera, There's you guys right now. Hello. You can punch out and have this super ultra wide view. Holy crap. That is very wide angle. My watch is rebooting because it's pairing to my new phone. It's in the process of transitioning. But yeah, I definitely love the fact that you have such an ultra wide lens on this tiny little iPad. But yeah, like once you go, this is really good quality. Oh my God. Oh, you know what I can do? I think I can do this. If I plug, I have a USB-C cable, obviously, because that's the superior port, coming out of my iMac Pro. If I plug that into the Mac here, I'll hit. I think I'd be able to capture the display. Just a second. Oh, let me make sure I don't reveal anything if I'm capturing the display. Don't want to get doxxed. Okay. Video capture device. Can I switch it? Oh, it's not letting me. It has in the past. Let me try a new one. It's not showing up for some reason. Sorry. Okay, I thought there was a way to do it. In the past, I've found ways to like capture my iPad's display, but I don't see that. Maybe I'm missing some feature somewhere. But anyway, this is a beautiful form factor. For those just joining who may have missed, let me just set the record straight. The iPad Mini 6, oh my God, every time I do anything with this display, it's like so obviously 60. Okay, that's full brightness, which is pretty good for indoor usage, but very easy to use with a single hand. Oh, where's the pencil? I forgot. That's the whole point of this thing. All right. Snap. And it's paired. Charging. Okay, so I don't need this for the example, but yeah, screen share isn't a thing through OBS, unfortunately. But for those who are just joining, this is a pocketable device. Don't believe me? Haters, check this out. It fits. No problem. Can't even tell. Also, bulletproof plate. It's probably more obvious when I'm sitting down. If I'm... Sorry, probably can't hear me very well. If I'm sitting somewhere like this and I'm just kind of chilling on a bus or whatever, let me use my phone a little bit. Just kidding. It's an iPad mini. Take that, haters. Rest to open. Unlock via Touch ID. Boom. Now I have split screen multitasking. And you don't. You just have a sucky iPhone that can only run one application at a time. Ironically, though, this has 6 gigs of RAM, and this has 4, despite this one supporting split screen and this one not. Funny how that works, right? All right. Okay. Oh, man. Every time, I'm serious, every time I pick this up, I'm just like, ooh, so beautiful. It's going to bend. No, I don't think so. It's only going to bend if you put it in your back pocket, which I don't think many back pockets would actually support a screen like this. But, oh, man, this is so nice. Until the display starts moving. Why does 60 hertz feel so choppy all of a sudden? I don't get it. Like, I know it's technically 60, but it feels like 30 now that I've tried my phone officially, and I have it on my iPad Pro and my... Man, I want to compare... I don't know if there's a good way for me to show this. I want to compare refresh rates because I don't know why, but for some reason, my 120 hertz on here feels smoother than my iPad Pro, which I know is still 120 hertz. So if I bring this up, what's a good way for me to demo this? What is it? I can't quite figure out what it is. I know they're technically the same, but this just feels so much more buttery. Why are you so buttery? I don't understand. On a 60 hertz display, icons blur when swiping while they look sharp on a 120 hertz display. Well, yeah, I get that. There's less blur. Oh, just opening apps looks so good. Okay. Let me find an app. A calculator, that's a safe one. Calculator reveals location. Oops. But just that animation alone, it's so fluid. It's so natural and smooth. Didn't the rumor say the Mini would have Mini LED? That somebody who didn't know what they were talking about suggested that. That didn't make sense. The 11-inch iPad Pro didn't even get Mini LED, so I don't know why the iPad Mini would have gotten it. But this is, in my opinion, this is not in need of an extreme dynamic range display. Obviously, it could benefit from one, but it's not what it needs. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to an iPad being 120 hertz because I've had this iPad Pro for 3 years now, but it just feels so much more stuttery. And maybe my brain's not making the connection because this is like so similar to my iPad Pro, you know? It's got the squared off edges. It's got the same size bezel. It's got USB-C. It's got stereo speakers. So it feels very, very similar to that of my iPad Pro that I've had for years, except it's smaller. And I'm so used to an iPad Pro like this to be 120, and it's not. Text-based Cowboy super chatted says, is it smoother because of OLED? I don't think that should make a difference, but for some reason it is. It could just be, yeah, what you're saying, confirmation bias. I've fooled myself into wanting 120 hertz so desperately. But now let me pick up my 12 mini for a second. Yeah, see, that's interesting. That doesn't feel as stuttery as the iPad mini. I don't know why. I mean, it's definitely not as smooth as my 13 Pro Max is now. Compare iPad mini to 12 mini. Oh, okay. Good point. Have both of these up here. Check that out. The mini ecosystem. They actually had an iPad mini right next to the Mac mini at the Apple store I was at, which was a good combo. I think they should have a whole section of the Apple store designated to the mini stuff. You've got your mini HomePod, Mac mini, iPad mini, iPhone mini. Is there anything else? Does that cover it? There's not mini AirPods, I guess. People are saying it is because of OLED. The OLED display, iPhone has OLED. I'm not noticing it. I'm not saying there's a big difference in like dynamic range or contrast ratio, though. I'm just saying it looks smoother on the OLED for some reason. Smaller screen, harder to notice. I guess on the smaller iPhone, 60 hertz is not that big a deal, but 60 hertz on an iPad this size is very noticeable to me. Also, the iPad I had before my 2018 iPad Pro also had 120 hertz. When you use it, see how smooth the A15 chip is, you won't notice it anymore? I don't know, man. I'm noticing it a lot right now. It's pretty obvious. I do want to edit a video on here because I think it would be fun to do like a Geekbench test. Adith, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. OLEDs have much better response time. Interesting. I thought the response of the iPad Pro was insanely low for the Apple Pencil, though. Okay, let me download something here. Lumafusion, I think. That's what I want to test with. Because this has Type-C. So, oh, there's the super chat. Thank you. I just realized I'd never owned a mini Apple device. Yeah, there's not been as many. I'm glad they're making a comeback. I want to download Lumafusion and then import some ProRes video to my iPad. When is the next podcast episode? Probably tomorrow, as usual. I don't know if Nick is going to attempt to get a next day episode up today. He might be. I'm not sure. You'd have to ask him. iPad mini probably has 60 hertz touch sampling, while iPhone 12 mini has 120 hertz. Well, it still feels very responsive to my dope. At least first impressions of cinematic mode are very positive. Can you play a game on the 13 Pro Max? I don't know of any. Are there any free games that have 120 hertz? Oh wait, I think I have Alto's Odyssey. I think Alto's Odyssey supports 120 hertz. At least it did on my iPad. Let me download that real quick. I beat that game, but yeah, I own it. Okay, I got it. Sorry for the Starlink. Why didn't you like Sierra Blue? I'm a saturated person, you know. I like big phones or I like mini phones. I like big iPads or I like mini iPads. I don't like these in-betweens, and Sierra Blue felt like a very in-between color. It feels like, depending on the lighting of the environment, the phone color changes, and I don't like that. I want a solid color that's always the same no matter the lighting. And I didn't really like any of the Pro colors this year. If there was a matte black option, I would have chosen that. And this was just honestly the closest I could get to matte black is just a neutral graphite, is fine. But I don't really care too much about the color. This display is what I'm falling in love with. Just swiping the apps back and forth. It's like I've never had a phone so smooth like this. It's big. It's heavy. I'm so used to my 12 mini. This is going to be definitely not a one-handed use. I mean, look. No, I'm selecting the wrong thing. Sorry. I need to have a better hotkey for this. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do much with this phone with a single hand. I'm going to have to, it's a two-handed phone reaching up like this, and you're going to have to reach around quite a bit. It's just way too big. I think the camera's pivoted down. I got crazy amount of Apple devices. Let me move it up like this. Yeah, there we go. All right. Like so. This is just buttery smooth, even though it doesn't show up. JD super chatted and said, OLED has significantly faster pixel response times. That may be it, but again, it's not the response time I'm noticing. It's like the actual... Maybe it has something to do with the motion blur. Maybe there's more or less... There's like less motion blur on this one, and my iPad has more of it. I'm not sure. Yeah, good luck trying to reach everything. Look at that. That's crazy. Still waiting on a product red iPad mini. That would be fine. Yes, Ben, you're absolutely right. The colors of the iPads are too muted. I like saturated colors. I don't like these weird halvesy colors. I either want silver or I want space gray, and they didn't have silver. And I thought space gray was boring. Tech Space Cowboy, thank you for the donation. He says, I've got it. Technically, LCD, the backlight is a few micrometers further away than OLEDs. That's why the OLED must be smoother. What? That doesn't make sense. Oh, okay. I downloaded Lumafusion. Connect devices to local network. Sure. Let me make sure I eject correctly because the CFast drive freaks out if I don't. Color comparison with silver iPad Pro. Oh, good question. Let me take it out of its case here. Okay. 2018 iPad Pro, the big brother. Let's compare. We've got the big... Oh, Game. Mr. Game says, big fan from Indian Army. PyTest USB Hub Mini. I don't have a USB hub, but okay. Silver iPad Pro from 2018. Starlight iPad Mini. You can tell they're mostly the same, but under certain lighting, the Starlight looks a tad more yellow. But in general, they look pretty dang close. Very similar. Oh, it's so cute. Look at this. They're like relatives. Look how big a difference that is. Wow. And this, I think, technically has... I'm not sure. Is the A15 chip faster than the A12X, or are they pretty on par? My guess is they're pretty close. I don't think one is objectively faster. Yeah, I know. I get a lot of super chats. I got to get good at dodging things. You just have smaller hands. Pro Max is totally one-handable. I don't think my hands are that small. I can hold my 2018 iPad Pro with one hand. This is not pocketable, unfortunately. But... See? I mean, I'm not reaching all the way. But I can do it. I hold my iPad Pro with one hand sometimes. Like this, when we're watching content, I'll just hold on to a single corner. It happens. Did your iPhone 12 mini had issues with camera being blurry? No. Camera's still great. We recorded a lot of stuff on my 12 mini today, and I was rewatching the footage, and I was like, man, this looks good. Why am I getting a new phone? Now I know why. 120 hertz. Cinematic mode is awesome. And the refresh rate is great. So I think at this point, I'm sold on the fact that if the 13 mini had 120 hertz, I would have done it. TechMed, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. I love how the OLED blends the black in with the notch better. Yeah, I guess it does, huh? I guess there are a few phones out there that had non-OLED notches, but man, your preference, iPhone or iPad? Well, they're totally different things. It's like, what do you prefer, hamburgers or power drills? It's like, well, if I'm working on something, I want a power drill. Yonatan, thank you for becoming a supporter. Appreciate that. Thank you. Have you tried pocketing it? Yes. Nitin, thank you for the super chat. But they're different things. You know, I love my iPad Pro for certain things, and I love my iPhone for certain things. A15 is actually faster, but they downclocked it in the Mini. Oh, okay. Okay, did I eject my CFast card? I want to do a Lumafusion test. Sorry, I gotta reach behind the computer 1 second. All right. Let's grab this. This is from a Red, actually. This is a pretty heavy-duty Thunderbolt capable, even though the iPad Mini doesn't have Thunderbolt. This is what I record my videos on, and this is how I import the CFast cards into my Mac. It's a Thunderbolt 3 Red digital cinema, even though I'm not filming on a Red. My friend Ross uses an older iMac that doesn't even have USB-C. So this came with his camera, and he can't use it, so he asked for my CFast card reader because mine was USB-A. Anyway, because it's Type-C, the superior port, that means I should be able to power it up in this bad boy. So you got to press the button, and then if your finger's resting there, wow, that's actually pretty fast. Okay, I'm going to do that again. So resting your finger does nothing when the screen is off, but when you hold your finger, then press, it unlocks right away. You don't have to swipe up. Some people might actually prefer that, to be honest. Some people like don't want the process of having to like press a button or tap the display. You still tap the display, right? Yeah, it's still tapped awake, but you just... And it's shiny. The power button is like glossy. That's interesting. It's like a little glass piece at the top. Anyway, let me plug in the CFast reader to the iPad. Do some quick edits. There. We're in. We got to check the Files app. Let me see if I can show this anyway. This is what the iPad Mini's good for. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're going to check Files. There's nothing in. Add edit sources? Is that what I'm looking for? No, wait. How did I do this? 47 gigs of it. I've done this before. I don't remember what my process was. Is it not? No, it's getting power. Let me check the Files app really quick first. That might be, I'm doing this out of order. Hold up. I'm doing this backwards. Okay, here it is. Yes, okay, the drive is working. I can read the files on this $500 little device. I'll grab my, I think this is, yeah, that's a ProRes video. This is, I was reaching for the wrong place for the volume, but this is playing ProRes video right off of my CFast card. Ooh, this looks rich. Wow. Okay, and if I take this and hit share, I can open with Lumafusion. Imports the files. Might take a second. I don't know if it's going to have to drag the entire file off the drive or if it's just going to edit the footage off of the drive. That's what I did with my iPad Pro video. Yeah, this would be really cool to edit with, given how pocketable it is. This looks rich. Yes, Mohit, I felt the 120 hertz instantly. I don't really know if I have a use for the iPad Mini. As much as I love it, I'm kind of struggling to figure out why I should keep it. Enjoy the 13 Pro Max. Has been delayed in the UK, so upset. Oh, dude, I'm sorry, Daniel. Okay, that's going to be importing for a while. Sorry to hear that, Holloway. Hope it finds you soon. Let me check up the message. I love the graphite. I got it. It looks beautiful. I'm not in love with it, but I hated it the least. I kind of hated all the 13 colors. I was really hoping for either a matte black or a product red. I would have been a big fan of. Response time is about how quickly a pixel changes from one color to another in an OLED's because each pixel emits its own light versus having a generic backlit OLED has a very low pixel response time. Okay, I'll buy that. But I agree, a product red iPad Mini would be beautiful. Of course, devices with touchscreens, they're going to have fingerprints. I'm sorry. There's no way around it. Whoa. How long do you think we need to wait for the Series 7? I'm guessing about a month, maybe 2. Probably end of October or mid-November. I'd be kind of surprised if it took longer than that. How's the mini display? It's cute. It's adorable. I'm just so used to... Oh, TechMed, thank you for the super chat. I'm just used to 120 hertz now because I'm setting up my 13 Pro Max. The iPhone Pro Max is nice, though expensive. I'd rather go for the 13 Pro instead. Honestly, I'd never buy the iPad mini because I'm a very pleased, excited Galaxy Z Fold user. Had all of them. Well, good for good for you. I hope you enjoy them. I'm going to go ahead and take a device that can take my fingernail. But I'm all in favor of you guys using whatever product works best. Maybe use the mini as a travel phone and the travel iPad. Well, even if that were the case, I would need to buy a cellular plan for the iPad, which I don't know if I'm interested in having a monthly fee just for that. But how about 13 Pro Max? Oh, yeah, I downloaded that game. Importing files is taking a while, but that's probably because it's grabbing a gigantic file off the CFast card and importing it. Let's see if it's... Can you describe the Starlight color? In my opinion, it's like mostly silver, but very slight pink. It doesn't show up. I'm looking at the OBS preview on my Mac, and it is not super accurate to what it looks like in reality. On my Mac, it looks somewhat yellow. On my actual eyes, just looking at it like this, it looks a little bit pink. Not like a deep pink. It's just like a very, very slight pink. I would love to do the iPad mini challenge, man. I can't pair my watch to this. And also, like, camera differences, dude. Like, this is a night and day better camera. Although I probably will do... oh, the file finished. That was a big file. It imported pretty quick, actually, relatively. All right, so iPad mini has got a very large... Oh, I got to create a project first. I'm still getting the hang of... No, I don't need a tutorial. I'm still getting the hang of Lumafusion. It's a little different than Final Cut, but... Ooh. Yeah, this is a very small preview monitor, which is, you know, to be expected with a display this small, but it's feeling fairly responsive so far. Let me get this close up so y'all can see it. Make a cut. Go up here. Okay, I'm now just going to edit an entire video live on stream. This is the rest of the whole entire broadcast. No, but it looks good. Looks really clear. No lag so far. Yeah, hit play. It plays right away. This is a 4K at 60 ProRes video that the iPad mini is handling like a champ. Oh, how are the speakers? I didn't try them. I keep reaching for the wrong place. I need to get used to the volume button being here.
So I'm doing a video on it. ProRes support is now on iPadOS.
Wow.
Let's begin. Okay, so without question, this has instantly become my favorite feature.
It's pretty loud. I can hear it fairly well. It's definitely not quite as loud as the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, which is to be expected. The speakers are a lot smaller, but I do remember this. This is definitely night and day different from the iPad Mini 5 that didn't have stereo speakers and landscape, and they just had, you know, all the sound coming from the right. This one feels like they're actually acknowledging that most people are using their iPad in landscape. So that's awesome. Let me see YouTube here. I want to try split screen multitasking with this thing. But it wants me to sign into a bunch of stuff. Data only SIMs are free on Google Fi. I don't have Google Fi, man. I would have to pay for Google Fi. After playing around with the Mini, have you decided to keep it or not? I have not come to a decision. No, it's not I'm not planning on coming to a decision during this stream. But let me see if I can. Oh no, I guess that's not a split screen app. Files. Ooh, yeah, okay. It's pretty crammed, I suppose, but I'll show it here. Yeah, I want to keep it. I do like it, but I have a hard time justifying it just because I'm not sure what I would use it for. Can't have two apps going. Split screen. What is it like? Ooh. Look how small that is. so little. Oh, man, it's adorable. Yes, I demoed the Pencil 2 thing earlier. It's right here. It works. It snaps on. It's very sturdy. I think it's going to be, honestly, very, very difficult to shake this off. No, I can tell. Hold on. I'll do the shake test. So no one actually does this, but I'm going to demo it anyway. Got a lot of weight, and it's just a magnet. I can feel it shaking. Okay. I'm going to actually try this time. There you go. So if you give it a ton of weight, it will fall off, but obviously you would not be shaking it that hard in reality. Sierra Blue is much darker than I thought it'd be. I was hoping more for the lighter tone. See? This is what I'm telling you about those muted colors. I don't like the colors that look a certain way on the website and then they change color in different lightings. Not sure your cell carrier, but my Verizon iPhone enabled via eSIM. No, mine didn't. I'm on Mint Mobile, which is, I don't know if they do eSIM, but they're definitely far cheaper than Verizon, that's for sure. Coverage was great. I actually used 5G today. It's mind-boggling. I went to the Apple store and I did a speed test, 600 down and 60 up, I think. But yeah, it was just an insane amount of speed. Ooh, the game's ready. Check this out. Ooh, that looks so smooth. I'm not... I don't know how often I'm going to play this game, but dang. Yep, I notice it. I'm glad that they brought that promotion over right away. Sorry if the display brightness is a tad low. Let me see. Oh, that's at half? Jeez, that can get way brighter. There you go. That's more like it. Nice. Oh, Mint does have eSIM. Well, I don't care. Physical SIM's easier for me. I don't know what I'm going to have to do to get eSIM ported over because I set it up as a new phone. I'm probably just going to take the SIM out of this one and throw it in this one. In fact, maybe I'll do that right now. If you guys were waiting for a time to ask questions, maybe now's the time. I pre-ordered 13 Pro Graphite, best color this year, still didn't ship. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you get it soon. Dylan says, picked up my 13 Pro Max and iMessage is waiting for activation. Google Fi is slow. Ooh, that's not good. Sorry, Google Fi is giving you a hard time. Man, you guys aren't selling me on Google Fi. My TV doesn't have touchscreen and there's fingerprints on it. Wait, how? Why are you touching it? Don't touch it. Just picked up my 13 mini while at the Apple store. I tried the 13 Pro. The 120 hertz looks so buttery. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Data-only SIMs are free on Google. Oh, sorry, I read that. Someone already shattered theirs. Really? Someone broke theirs already? Who? I've been thinking about Mint for a bit. I'm tempted. Well, dude, like, okay, you don't get an eSIM for your iPad mini, but just hotspot. Like, I guess that's not as helpful if you're trying to do the iPad mini challenge, but just due to the iPad mini camera and the lack of Apple Watch connectivity, I know that it's not really going to be possible. Maybe I would look into doing an eSIM and a data plan with a cellular iPad mini if it had 120 hertz and allowed to pair with my watch, because I don't plan on giving up on my watch. I want to keep using this for sure, and the fact that I can't dock it, I cannot dock it with my what's it called? Watch. I have to keep that paired to my phone. That's going to prevent the iPad mini from being an iPhone replacement, but it's not the size. Keep that in mind. Visible's only $25 a month. Mint's still cheaper. Does Visible have the eSIM stuff? I mean, not the eSIM. Does Visible do the, like, how much is it to have a phone plan and then also an iPad data plan? I don't know. I know that Nick is probably going to try because he's on AT&T because he has to be where he lives, and I think he's going to try to turn the iPad mini into his phone. We'll probably talk about that on the Tech Podcast. But yeah, 120 hertz is awesome. iPad mini 6 is adorable. Oh, my passcode is required. Okay, fine. But yeah, man, I don't know what it is. I think 60 hertz is just far more noticeable on a larger display to me. But I'm glad with everything else. Speaker quality is great. USB-C is awesome. This form factor is wonderful. The fact that it fits in my pocket. Could you test battery life with 120 hertz on or off? I don't know, man, because that would require me to turn off 120 hertz, which I don't think I'm capable of doing. It looks too beautiful. I cannot shy away. Like, my eyes feel overtaken by the sheer beauty. I don't know what this is. Maybe I'm getting a headache, or maybe I'm just immensely impressed by the refresh rate, but man, this looks beautiful. I can't stop looking at it. This display is massive too. Visible is owned by Verizon. Visible has free tethering to one device. Huh. AT&T is way too expensive, and I'm stuck on that. Sucks. Visible is on Verizon's network. I haven't had any issues with Mint coverage personally. Apple lets you turn off 120 hertz. Yeah, they let you turn it off on the iPad Pro, so it's no surprise. I think you go to so if you're on a 13 Pro, you go to accessibility and then motion, and then there's an option to limit frame rate. So if I turn that on, yeah, it looks gross. I notice it instantly. Keep that crap off. Oh man, that's so much better. William Hood, thank you for the super chat. You can always keep an old iPhone paired to your watch and just leave it at home. Then you can keep using your watch and use the iPad mini as a phone. But then you would have to get a cellular watch. So you have to get a cell plan for your iPad and your phone and your watch just to leave the phone at home anyway. Like, I get that it's physically possible. It's just not practical at all. It's expensive. Whoa. Mr. Roger became a member. Thank you. I don't know if that was a delayed response, but appreciate that. There's the donation. Thanks, William. How do you transfer data to new iPhone? It walks you through it. It's simple. Don't worry about it. Low power mode on the iPad Pro turns off ProMotion too. Oh, so if I activate low power mode on my phone, will it turn off 120 hertz? Let me try it. Just turned on low power mode. Oh, yeah, it does. It's very noticeable. I picked up on it instantly. Like, as soon as I turned on low power mode, I'm like, yep, not as buttery. Turn it off. Ooh, super buttery. Delicious. Mystical, super chatted $5. He said, what iOS did your iPhone come with? I got a 13 Pro Max and checked for update, and it's iOS 15. Yeah, they're supposed, pretty much, that's how it goes every year. They ship with the latest OS. Let's see. No more low power mode for you, 60 hertz. Yeah, I'm not, with the battery this good, why bother with low power mode? Yeah, they came with a SIM eject tool. I think I want to pop my SIM. I'm going to do the transition shot here. Whoa. Someone else became a member too. Let's see if the animation pops up. It's kind of delayed today. Lord Zero has decided to support the channel. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. On Visible, you can add Apple Watch for $5 a month. All of this is more expensive, Trevor. I'm paying currently $0 a month for Mint Mobile. So until you can tell me about a carrier plan that's cheaper than that, then I'm not that interested in switching. Just so that I can have an iPad that doesn't pair with my watch, so I have to buy a watch plan, and I got to get an iPad mini plan, and I still need an iPhone technically because the watch has to be paired to the phone, which means the phone still has to have a cell plan. I don't know if that's worth it. It's just a lot of extra expense. It's probably going to end up costing like $35 a month. I know it can be done. Any advice on the iPhone Now and Forever plan at T-Mobile? Not sure if it's a gimmick. I don't know enough about it. What is the Now and Forever plan? How does that work? Okay, ejecting the SIM. Pulling this out. Welcome, sir. Thank you, Lord. It sounds like I'm praising God, but that's his name. Mr. Garlapad says, do you recommend iPhone 13 Pro? I mean, I've only had it for like an hour, but in my first impressions, yes, I love the refresh rate. I love the camera. And the 13 Pro apparently does not have any difference in camera performance between 13 Pro Max and whatever. There it is. Garlapad, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. All right, my Mint SIM is in. I'm just going to text my friend real quick to make sure it's working. Ooh, everything's so buttery. I love it. Oh, my God. I could get used to this. I don't know if I will get used to this. Is the notch 20% less annoying now? No. 20% of 0 is still 0, so... I didn't find the notch annoying, and after checking out the iPhone 13 and 13 mini in the store, I can confidently say didn't notice the notch. Like, it's a little bit smaller, and I was like, oh, okay, and then big whoop. Like, it's honestly not that different in size. If we just compare, oh, sorry, there's packages in the way and crap. If I can get close here, it's like a little bit narrower. Look at this. All right, it's a tad narrower. Big whoop. It's still a notch. It's still a cutout that you have to deal with. It's still a little intrusion that is on the part of the phone you look at the very least. Your next tech video going to be shot in cinematic mode. Ooh, I like the way you think. Unfortunately, that will be 1080 at 30, but you know what might be fun? Tell me if you guys are into this idea. What if we shot... Oh, Ren just became a supporter. Is that Kylo or just Ren? Thank you. Appreciate the support. What if we shot a cinematic video on here and edited the video on here? I don't know. The audio might be a little crappy. I don't know how good the mic is on the iPhone, but that might be fun. Yeah, it's like, honestly, in day-to-day usage, it's barely noticeable, but I'm so used to the icons on my 12 mini being really, really small because the ears, you know, the display area by the notch is so tiny. Whereas now in the Pro Max, the ears are huge and the icons are now enormous too. Are you able to display the battery percentage in settings? You just do that. Just do that. It's not, I don't understand why that's such a big deal for people. They want it to be there 24/7. I don't care. Like, if your battery's good enough, shouldn't matter. Oh, iTech says do macro mode. I love it on my Pro Max. Oh, okay. I didn't try macro mode. One sec. I forgot. What should I take a macro shot of? Maybe my watch? Let me give this a shot. See how close I can get. Whoa. It stays in focus. That's so cool. I don't know. Can I airdrop this? Wow. I could never have gotten that shot before. It would get blurry way too fast. I am half and half on an upgrade. Not sure. Use your usual mic with iPhone. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to import and sync. Sync the audio and post. Okay, it might take a little longer, but I'll try. I won't guarantee it. Okay. Display capture. Check out that shot. I mean, I'm sure the live stream is compressing it a tad, but whoa. So much detail in the watch. Dude, that is like a few centimeters away from the camera. That's so cool. I want to do an eye shot. It's like a drinking game for Apple products. No, I'm kidding. I want to do a macro shot of my eyeball. And see what that looks like. Cinematic video, for some reason, is viewed as an HDR video, and you can't edit the focus. At least on my iPhone 12, I airdropped a cinematic video. I thought it lets you edit the focus in post. I was playing around with that at the store. Whoa, too many pictures. Hold up. If I hit edit. Yeah, no, it's at the bottom here. Well, I guess I didn't change the focus throughout, so that's why it's not letting me change it. But yeah, there was only one face. You should go closer than that. I don't know if it will let me. Can I see through the eyesight camera here for a sec? How close can I get? Let me try that. Did it capture it? Whoa! Oh my god! Holy crap, that captured a lot of detail. Okay, I'll show you guys in a second. I'll airdrop it to the Mac. Introducing iShot, revolutionary new drinking game. I'm just resting the 13 Pro Max on the table, and I will also comment there is quite a bit of wobble. Like, that camera bump is big. Look at this. Compared to the 12 mini? Yeah, not as much wobble. But anyway, let me bring up this picture. You guys need to see this image quality. It's insane. This is creepy, actually. Look how well it can see. Dude. That's from a phone. You can count my eyelashes. Ugh. Look at my eye. It's like I'm peering into my soul here. Holy crap. My goodness. Whew. Okay. That is freaking impressive. Amazing. Get it? It's an iPhone. Mike just disliked the stream, I know. Rocky boat. Man. That is impressive. I want to mess around more with macro mode. I want to do some more cinematic shots. Oh, the 3x telephoto as well. I can punch in a ton. Whoa. That zooms in a lot. Holy cow. Do we need a periscope lens, honestly? That's incredible. You can see the water tension. That's impressively creepy. Yeah. Good description. Oh, I can't stop looking at this display. I'm sorry. It's just so juicy. All right. Well, I appreciate you all for joining and super chatting. You can go even closer with the macro. Really? Closer than that? I don't know if I believe you. Can I want to take a really ugly shot. I'm going to go up my nostril. Will it do that? Wait. Wow. I look like a pig. Oh my God, that's disgusting. It worked. It worked. It's in focus. I need to just take a bunch of macro shots and post them. That is hilarious. Oh my God. Wow. Man, I feel bad. Oh my God, it's terrible. Oh wow. Well, I appreciate all of our super chats and all of our new members today. I have obviously a lot of testing to do, and I'll work on a impressions video shortly. I appreciate you all for joining today and experiencing 120 hertz on the iPhone for the first time along with me. You know, I've been huge fan since the beginning, and it's awesome to finally have it here with me today. So thank you all for tuning in, and hope you all have an excellent rest of your day. Take care. Have fun. Hope those